We are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So as we know, Stefon Diddy's chef decided to put out there that Stefon Diddy has abused or, smacked up Cardi B while she was pregnant, allegedly. And a lot of fans believe that she's either in fear of her life or that it never really happened and that Cardi B needs to sue. Now, some fans have pointed out that, when she was going through what she was going through with Off the Cheat, that she publicly spoke out about the cheating and him doing certain things. But a lot of people have noticed that she didn't speak out right away. She let stuff build up and things happen for years until she decided to out Off the Cheat for mostly being a cheater. She never really said that he physically put hands on her, but she always talked about his infidelity. Now, let me know, do you feel like eventually Cardi B will put Stefon Diddy on blast for abusing her? In my opinion, I feel like Cardi B will only say something if more receipts come out. And the reason why I think that is because, in my opinion, I feel like she got with Stefon Diddy so quickly to prove a point to Off the Cheat. She wasn't really ready to jump in no relationship after she already had a baby with Off the Cheat, and then she had another one with Stefon Diddy. She did that for revenge. So she don't want to get clowned. Cardi B's very prideful, if you have not noticed. She don't want people to say that, oh, she went from bad to worse, and then her admitting that, because then she would have to take accountability for her actions. So I believe what she's going to do is, only if receipts come out, like with Diddy when he got caught beating Cassie, if receipts come out, text messages get leaked, that's when she might justify it or speak out against abuse. But I feel like she's not going to throw Stefon Diddy under the bus right now, because she wants to prove to people that this relationship is legit. And that she did not have her quote-unquote revenge baby with Stefon Diddy to prove a point to Off the Cheat. And that basically, he loves her. I remember she was bragging that Stefon Diddy was saying, oh, let me heal you. Okay, he must have meant let me beat you. Definitely not healing anything. Okay, that master manipulator is not healing a soul. He must have meant let me humiliate you. That's what he really meant. But remember, she was bragging, oh, he said let me heal you. So she wants to prove a point. A lot of these female rappers want to prove a point. It's not just Cardi B. But I don't think she's going to really throw him under the bus. I think she's going to stick beside him until more receipts come out. And then until the oven gets hot, when she's facing the fire, that's when she'll be like, okay, this happened. He's a changed man. And she might actually believe it's her fault because, like I said before, remember, she's legally still married to Off the Cheat, and allegedly Stefon Diddy went off in a hospital because he couldn't sign the birth certificate. So let's not forget that either. Now, a lot of fans are speculating that Nicki Minaj is teasing that she is on Iceman because she posted a video with all this ice on her wrist, on her finger. So a lot of people are saying, is she teasing that she might be on the album? And let me know how y'all feel about it. Here's my thing. If I was Nicki, I know Nicki can do whatever she wants. I would not be saving, Drake. No way. Okay. I wouldn't have hopped on the album, in my opinion. But, she has loyalty towards Drake, even though he doesn't have no loyalty towards her. When they collab, he pays it dust. When Pink Friday 2 came out, he didn't promote it. Their collaboration that they did, Needle, he paid it dust. He was posting Scratch Off. He'll post DJ Khaled when they were cool and post everybody else and post Sexy Red, her non-talented ass. But he refused to show love to Nicki publicly a lot of the time, especially when she needs it the most. I feel like he's a user. But I wouldn't be mad about the collaboration. I just feel like she shouldn't give him one, in my opinion. Especially since she hasn't dropped in 2 years. Like, I would rather her come back with solo music or somebody else. I would rather it be Gunna, No Shade Glorilla or somebody else. Like Drake, I'm like, and I'm going to listen to Iceman, but I just feel like he uses her a lot of the times. Now that you down bad and you lost a lot of friends, you want to work with Nicki again. Interesting. But let me know if you guys think Nicki Minaj is coming with a banger for the summer. Now, moving on to Tyla trying to taunt Rihanna. I mean, like, goodness gracious. All of a sudden, now she's smoking like Rihanna do. Like, I never knew Tyla to really smoke like that. And it's like, now she trying to really take the Rihanna aesthetic. I'm like, oh my goodness, she is stalking Riri. Riri might need to get a restraining order. My whole thing with Tyla is that are you really a smoker like that? I've never known you to be a smoker. You just taking these pictures because these are aesthetically pleasing, or are you trying to taunt Rihanna? I feel like even though she probably worried about her career, I think now, because she's having a hard time getting a reaction out of Rihanna publicly, behind the scenes, Rihanna's pissed, especially when she put out that TikTok video. And even though Tyla wants to square things away with Rihanna, I think her team is doing what Cardi B's team has done, what Doja Cat's team has done, and to keep Tyla in the blogs, to keep people talking about Tyla, they want her to continue to be attached to Rihanna. And one way she's going to stay attached is if she keeps looking like Rihanna, keep dressing like Rihanna, especially since Rihanna don't have this aesthetic no more. Rihanna right now, she gives auntie vibes. It don't matter what she wear now, because the body, the face is giving auntie, no shade. Whereas Tyla, she's youthful because obviously she's 24. Even though people are not streaming her music, she definitely is the talk of the town right now in regards to pop stars. And she's more, in my opinion, she has more steam and more of a push than Iris Star. Now, it has been reported that the African acts that are heavily predicted to bag some nominations at the upcoming 2027 Grammys are Tyla as number one, Wizkid, Tems, Iris Star, Sade, and a few others, okay? The remainders are kind of irrelevant. But the point of the matter is, it looks like Tyla and Iris Star are definitely going to be competing for the 2027 Grammys. And let me know who you guys think is going to win in the African category. Now, I feel like Tyla going to take it home. Iris Star doesn't have enough of a big of a hit so far in the last year and a half. Chanel was a big hit for Tyla in the last year. And then despite she did it again, kind of flopping, it still made noise than anything Iris Star has put out in the last year. And I like Iris Star, so this is really not shade. But she not more popping than Tyla. Now, Beyoncé gets justice. The man who stole Beyonce's unreleased music pleads guilty and gets 2 years in prison. Okay, but he was facing 6. So, like I said before, he was doing the time for the crime. Okay, you think Roc Nation and Parkwood Entertainment was going to allow you to steal unreleased music and you wasn't going to face no charges? Now, hopefully, with good behavior, he get out in a year. But I knew he was doing some time. He was doing jail time. He wasn't going to get a slap on the wrist like Cardi B when she threw the bottles at them girls off the Cheese Mistresses and she got community service. He wasn't getting that when you go up against Roc Nation. They going to make you do time. Look what happened to Tory. Okay? They was not going to let him get off scot-free. He must have thought something else. But 2 years ain't bad for stealing Beyonce's music. That's not bad, but it's not good because 2 years for stealing music is kind of dumb. Now you in jail for 2 years because you stole somebody's music. Like, that's dumb. But if you do the crime, you must do the time. Point blank, period. Now, did Rihanna set up Breezy? Okay. So Pitch Dork decided to review Chris Brown's album, Brown. I gave it a 6 out of 10, if you guys remember my review. But unfortunately, he got a 1.3 out of 10. Now, Pitch Dork said the album is a real piece of shit. Why even write about it? For years, traditionally, media has been tiptoeing around the popularity of Chris Brown. And in reality, that benefits nobody but him. The lack of critical engagement with his music has allowed him to contextualize his own redemption with statistics and sob stories. But if I hadn't read Greg Tate's hilarious teardown of the radical sellout energy of Michael Jackson's Bad, or Dream Hampton's furious outped, or Dr. Dre's violence and hip-hop culture misogyny, I would have never known that not everyone in the moment was buying what they were selling. As Chris Brown prepares for a joint stadium tour with Usher and aims to complete his redemption with something like a Vegas residency or the Super Bowl halftime show. It's worth documenting these feelings in real time, especially as information only gets harder to find. Not every musical legend deserves to be a martyr, okay? Now, let me know how y'all feel about this. I feel like they was kind of harsh. But Breezy responded, and this is what he had to say.
I know people want me to get on here and, say some sad shit, but fuck that. We kicking their ass, goddammit. We ain't letting up. I'm gonna keep my foot on their neck, and we ain't stopping. You hear me? We doing this motherfucker tour. More shit to come. I'm not gonna tell you what's more to come, but it's coming at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck what these niggas is talking about. I know exactly who my fans is, and I know exactly who hearing this album. If you're not my fan, I don't want you to listen to my shit. Go listen to motherfucking Zara Larsson or somebody. Fuck me.
So he gave Zara Larsson a whack. Because remember, she said she didn't really like Chris Brown. She didn't listen to his music because he was an abuser. But in my opinion, I feel like they didn't even review his album. They just said that he's trying to change the perception of how people view him so he can perform at the Super Bowl. But unless he give them $10 million, I don't see how. I think that's the only way, because Camel Face don't fuck with Chris Brown at all. Okay, ever since he beat on Rihanna, he do not fuck with that man, and he also doesn't like the comparisons that people have with Chris Brown, Michael, and Beyonce. He doesn't like that. But the point of the matter is, I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon unless he give Camel Face $10 million from the Usher and Chris Brown tour. Now, allegedly, Chris Breezy has been, in contact with Riri, and he's hoping that they can, do something together, especially since it's been so long since Rihanna has done anything in music. And I think a lot of people would definitely be here for Chris Brown Rihanna collaboration right now. That would break the internet. Okay. And recently she liked a post promoting Chris Brown and Usher's tour. So ever since then, he's been seen like, what's up? That would break the internet. But the problem with Chris Brown, and I said this before, and I even talked about it on my podcast channel, the latest episode on the podcast channel, I said that a lot of R&B music is like kind of hip hop ish. It's not really R&B. And I feel like Chris Brown has a hard time making soulful R&B music. Like he'll do it very sporadically. Like he did it with Residuals. Residuals was a really good song, but he doesn't do that every song he puts out. Now, Breezy, how are you selling 70,000 first week and you supposed to be doing a stadium tour? This is ridiculous. There's no way he should be doing 70,000 and being compared to Michael Jackson, Beyonce. Like, I understand he's never done a solo stadium tour like Beyonce. Technically, he was with Usher currently, and Musty Walker and Janae Aiko and Bryson Tiller last year on tour. But this is unacceptable. Now, moving on from that, The Weeknd reportedly has multiple collaborations with many female artists on different projects slated to be released this year. Let me know if you are here for The Weeknd returning to the scene with some female collaborations. Allegedly has a collaboration with Gaga, possibly Ariana, and a few other big name artists. I'm definitely here for The Weeknd collaborating with certain female artists. Hopefully, these will be the song of the summer since y'all did not let Tyla and Zara Larsson succeed. So let me know how y'all feel about it. I got some very hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. Have a great day.